So for this class, we're actually going to start in a standing position. So we'll come up and spreading the toes, connecting down into the earth, rolling the shoulders a few times forward, up and back, and then allowing the shoulders to rest down, arms by your side, and palms facing forward. So basically we're setting ourselves up in Tadasana, our mountain pose, but nice and relaxed here, just allowing your natural breath to flow. Such a nice, warm, sunny day this morning. I thought it'd be really nice just to waken the body with some heart-opening postures and then also a really deep earth connection. So you might like to introduce your Ujjayi breath at this point. A slight constriction through your throat, filling the breath through your nose, from the abdomen all the way to the lungs as you lengthen and expand. And then releasing lungs all the way back down to the abdomen, belly button can draw in towards your spine. With each inhale as you lengthen and expand, you might feel the earth beneath the soles of the feet as you spread and press the toes down into the mat. And as the exhale, we deepen our connection to the earth, pressing right down through the whole sole of the foot. Take 2 more breaths. With our next inhale, beginning to sweep the arms up and overhead, pressing the palms of the hands together. And then bringing your prayer to rest down at your heart space. You can gently nod or bow the head forward. And perhaps at this point setting yourself an intention or a dedication for this class. Something that you'd like to work towards, or maybe a dedication or wishes to send out to others or those in need. Release the hands back down by your side into your Tadasana, and then sweeping them overhead into your upward salute, Urdhva. Down into your Uttanasana, exhale into your forward fold over straight legs. And let's hang out in the forward fold. To inhale, press through the soles of the feet, lifting the hips nice and high. On the exhale, belly button draws in towards the spine. Another breath in, lengthening the heart towards the toes. And as you exhale, checking next, relax, crown of the head drops down. And take 1 more breath in, and exhale. And then pressing through the whole foot, all the way to the tips of the toes, as you lengthen into your half lift, hands sliding up the shins, reaching the crown of the head forward, drawing shoulders back. We'll hold here for the exhale. Take another breath in, reach a little further forward. Exhale. 1 more breath in. Hands releasing down to the floor. Slide your left leg all the way back. Toes stay tucked, knee lowers to the mat. And then arms sweeping to the sky into a low lunge. We'll cactus the arms on the exhale, drawing the elbows and shoulders towards the sides of the room. We'll reach the arms out towards the sides of the room as you breathe in. And then sweeping the hands forward, palms pressed together. Bring the prayer to your heart as you breathe in. And exhale, arms down by your side. Taking a side bend towards the right, left arm sweeps up and overhead. On the exhale, begin to reach over towards the right side of the room. Level and square up through the hips. Draw shoulders back. Maybe a block here or something to support the right hand if it doesn't quite touch down. And we'll sweep both arms high to the sky. Now hands down either side of the front foot. Now we're going to untuck the back foot, so pressing the top of the foot down into the mat. As you straighten your right leg out into a half split, squaring it through the hips, reach the heart forward towards the big toe. Gentle as you exhale, as you hinge from the hips and fall forward. No need for any force here in this position. We'll simply inhale to lengthen. Exhale, exploring the depth. 2 more breaths. Take this into a supported side plank. Hands start to walk around the left side of the mat. Swivel on the left knee and grounding the right foot to the earth. Then the left hand comes back and connects to the earth. Spreading the fingers wide, externally rotate through the arm, reaching your right arm high to the sky. So you can give the hips a little shift forward. You can squeeze and contract the left side of the body to create more length through the top. Reach your top arm over up towards the sky. Or we can extend and reach it up and overhead to get all that length through the top line of the body. Now let's keep the hands windmilling down towards the back of the mat. We want to sweep the left leg back into a high plank. Pressing evenly through the hands, create a little flexion through the abdomen, keeping the hips in line with the heels and shoulders. And let's lower the knees to the mat. Start to bring your chest and chin down towards the earth. Scoop and slide through to baby cobra, flattening the tops of the feet, the hips. From navel to spine, rolling shoulders back and lifting your heart forward. Here, big toes together to touch, knees nice and wide, hips sink all the way back towards the heels of the child's pose. And just connecting with this posture that you can come down to at any point during your practice. Maybe simply using it to resync your breath, even inhales and exhales. Whenever you're ready to return to the flow, we do so by lifting the hips, tucking toes and pressing back. This is your first downward facing dog, so take some time here to pedal out through the feet, through the legs. Creating the length through the upper body, pressing the hands down into the floor. So basically we've flipped how we'd normally start throughout the class. Usually we'd start in a grounded or really low to the earth position and then work our way up to standing. But instead we've been worked from standing down to the earth. So essentially that sensation of grounding through the feet that we started with in Tadasana is what we can now explore here in our downward facing dog with the hands, pressing fingers down to the earth, gripping into the earth. Slowing that walking motion through your legs. We'll extend the right leg high to the sky. We'll step the right foot through the hands. Now we'll lift into a high lunge, slight bend in the left knee, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Cactusing the arms. Reach them to the sides of the room. Sweep them forward, palms pressed together. Prayer draws back to the heart. This time we'll take it into a twist. We'll do a gentle twist, left hand to the right knee, right hand to the back of the hips. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, begin to revolve. So if you'd like a little more support, you can always bring the back knee down to the mat. Otherwise, a little more strength and engagement to have the back leg floating. We'll release from the twist. Gaze returns, so now we're facing the back of the room. We're going to step both legs through as the arms sweep up and overhead. And Tadasana, arms down by your side. Sweeping arms back up and overhead, palms pressed. And then hinging from the hips, folding forward, exhale. 3 breaths in, out. 2 more breaths. Last inhale and exhale. Do your half lift out of Uttanasana. Hands slide up the shins. Hold here for another 2 breaths. And from here, hands ground, right leg slides all the way back, toes stay tucked as the knee lowers to the mat, arms sweep to the sky. Big breath in. The exhale, cactus arms, open the heart. The inhale to reach and lengthen to the sides of the room. Exhale, palms sweep forward and touch. Inhale to draw back towards the heart. Arms down by your side. Side bend to the left this time, sweeping right arm overhead. Start to reach the left arm down. Continue to square and level through the hips. Stay connected to the earth through the soles of the feet and your right knee. Both arms then sweep up to the sky. Hands either side of the front foot, setting up for your half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Flattening the right foot, the top of the foot to the mat. Extend your left leg out, draw the toes back, reach the heart forward, and beginning to bow forward, exhale. Square through the hips, so squeezing left hip back, right hip forward. 2 more breaths. To your supported side plank, hands now walk around the right side of the mat. We'll swivel on the right knee. Left sole of foot connects to the earth. Right hand presses down into the mat. Give it a little external rotation. Reach your left arm to the sky. Lift the hips, bring them forward, contract through the underside of the body, roll your shoulders back. Either staying here, reaching to the sky, or lengthen the left arm up and overhead. So we continue our journey, returning to the front of the mat, both hands ground, back into a high plank, right foot steps back. Either through knees, chest and chin, or we're moving into Chaturanga Dandasana, nice and slow for your first Chaturanga if you're going there with that low plank position, bending into the elbows, hugging them in towards the side of the body, maintaining the flexion through the core, then lift and open into your heart opener, maybe taking your practice into your upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back, firm through the front of the thighs, drive the tops of the feet into the earth. Or meeting back in downward facing dog, or perhaps taking child's pose along the way. This round of downward facing dog, press into the toe tips, lift the heels nice and high, inhale. Exhale, drive the heels back to the earth. Breath in, heels lift. Exhale, pressing them back. One more time, breath in. Exhale. Left leg high to the sky. Left foot steps through between the hands. Coming into our high lunge, arms sweep to the sky. Cactusing arms. Reaching them out wide. Sweeping it forward on the exhale. Draw them to heart, breathing in. Gentle twist, right hand to the left knee, left hand to the back of the hips. The option to lower the back knee, or keep driving toe tips back into the earth. Let's return back to the front of the mat, arms sweep to the sky, you step both feet through. Tadasana, arms by your side, exhale. Arms sweeping up and overhead. Folding forward, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. And then returning to Uttanasana, folding forward, exhale. With Uttanasana and chair pose, knees bend, hips lower, arms sweep. We shift our gaze to the earth, to the toes, just making sure toes visible in front of the knees. We can give them a little bit of a wriggle, so easy, even weight through the feet here. Perhaps a tuck of the tailbone and drawing in of the navel to engage your core. Sweep the arms high to the sky, draw the shoulders back. Inhale, reach up through tips of fingers. We're going to shift the weight over into the right foot and hover and lift the left knee up towards the chest or in towards the abdomen. And let's step the left foot all the way back into a high lunge, exhale. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale into arrowhead, arms sweeping back, heart forward. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, lunge. Exhale, arrowhead. One more time, breathe it in. Exhale, arrowhead. Inhale, just the left arm sweeping forward. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders back and together. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, maybe adding a twist, shifting the gaze towards the right side of the room. Hold the breath in. Holding for exhale. Next inhale, left arm reaching to the sky as the right arm sweeps down. Windmill the arms all the way through center, opening to warrior two, settling into the lunge on the exhale. You can always slightly adjust the legs here, perhaps taking the lunge a little deeper. We check the connection through the soles of the feet pressing into the mat, arch of the back foot lifting, squeezing on the glutes with the external rotation through the legs, torso centered above the hips, arms reach out at shoulder height. Gazing over the front middle finger as you flip your front palm, reverse warrior breath in. Exhale, open up through the right side of the body. Breath in. Exhale. One more in. Exhale. Return to warrior two. Inhale. Extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh. Left arm sweeps through, past the earth, reaching up and overhead. Very similar engagement to your side plank here. We're driving the hips forward. We're tucking the lower rib in, drawing the shoulders back, sweep and reach the left arm higher and higher overhead. Nice and light on the bottom arm. You might even start to release it and reach out in front of the body. Holding for breath in. Holding for exhale. One more inhale. And let's bring the hands to the inside of the right foot. We'll take a little lizard lunge, set up here to open through the hips. Gripping into the earth, roll the shoulders back, lift your heart forward, hug the right knee towards the side of the body, and squeeze both hips in towards each other to keep them level. Either staying on the hands, or we can start to drop down onto elbows here. If you're taking that deeper to the elbows, make the same adjustments. Roll the shoulders back, heart stays open. Keep the legs engaged and squeezing. You've all moved onto your elbows. We'll come back up onto the hands. Then we'll step the left leg through to the front of the mat into your Malasana squatting. Knees open wide, palms press, elbows draw back and collect the knees. Roll through the shoulders, lengthen through the torso, and hips lower to earth. 3 breaths. With the next inhale, we'll release the breath. On the exhale, press the hands into the earth. Begin to straighten through the legs, heel-toe the feet together. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale to Uttanasana, dropping forward. Chair pose, knees bend, hips lower, arms sweep to the sky. We'll add a dive this round. On the exhale, arms sweeping back. So as you inhale, arms both sweep to the sky, but hips also deepen in the chair. Exhale, sweep them back. Inhale, higher and lower the chair. Exhale, back. Inhale, sweep them to the sky and hold. Weight comes into the left leg, right knee draws up towards the abdomen. Right foot then steps back into your lunge. Inhale, reach up through fingertips. Exhale, arrowhead. Inhale, sweep arms to the sky. Exhale, arrowhead. Breath in. Exhale. So we hold arrowhead position and just the right arm sweeps forward to the front of the room. On the exhale, squeeze your shoulders back, navel draws the spine, maybe adding the twist, turning towards the left. Hold for inhale. Exhale. We bring in that transition to warrior two. The arms windmill all the way around. Inhale. Exhale, connect and ground. Lower into the lunge. Flip and reverse the warrior, gazing over the middle finger of the front hand, reach it to the sky. Exhale. Lunge stays deep. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. Warrior 2. Extended side angle, left forearm to the thigh, right arm sweeps down, reach and extend forward, and then activate and engage through the body. Drive through the feet, engage your glutes, switch your core on, draw your lower rib in, and reach and lengthen, right arm up and overhead. Maybe getting a little bit lighter on the left arm to the point where it can reach out in front of the body. One more breath in. Both hands come down to the inside of the left foot. Back into our lizard setup on the second side. So we can start on the hands, rolling the shoulders back, squeeze everything in towards the midline of your body. Once we get a little opening through the hips, you might like to make your way down onto the forearms. From lizard, returning to Malasana, hands to the inside of the left foot, right foot steps to the outside of your right hand. Hips lower and then heart opens. So Malasana is a really nice combination of that earth connection and the opening of the heart space. To roll the shoulders back, to keep growing through the upper portion of your body while the lower stays connected to the earth. Arms can stay pressing together at the heart, or we can sweep the arms up and overhead. Cactus the arms on the exhale. Reach them towards the sides of the room. Sweep them forward, palms pressed together. Prayer returns to heart. And either back to Malasana or into crow pose, hands ground to the earth, knees to the backs of the triceps, shift your body weight forward and hover feet up. We have 4 breaths. Holding for 1 more breath in. And we can step, jump or float back through your Vinyasa, meeting in a resting pose of your choice. So that might be downward facing dog, or maybe lowering your knees into your child's pose. 4 breaths. And if you're taking child's pose, making your way back to downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, right leg lifts high to the sky. Right knee draws under the body to a tiger curl, squeezing towards the chest or forehead. Holding through the inhale to protract your shoulders, press the earth away, and softly step right foot through between the hands. High lunge, arms sweeping to the sky. Arrowhead, arm sweep back. Left arm sweeps forward as you breathe in. Maybe add the twist with your exhale. Windmill to warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale. Flip and reverse the warrior, breath in. Extended side angle, exhale, right arm to the thigh, left arm sweeps up and overhead. Holding here, we can move into that strengthened position with full core engagement, reaching the right arm forward. Vasisthasana, side plank. Left hand makes its way down to the earth, either lowering the left knee and sliding back into a supported side plank, or stacking the feet into Vasisthasana. Squeeze and contract, press out through the bottom arm, top arm reaching to the sky. Same setup here with the hips. Drive the hips a little further forward and lift them high. Contract the left side of the body, lengthen through the right. Maybe float the right leg high to the sky. With control, if you'd like to take this to wild thing, the right knee bends, the foot grounds, hips lift, shoulders squeeze back, open, all the way up and overhead. So from wherever you are, we're coming back to three-legged dog. Both hands to the floor, right leg high to the sky. Right foot steps through between the hands. Left foot swivels to be 45 degrees. And then warrior two, sweep the left hand forward, open, and at shoulder height. From warrior two, straighten through the front leg. Take a moment to check that the legs are grounded, twisting into the mat, switching on through the glutes as we move to Trikonasana, reaching the right arm forward, bringing it to the shin, ankle, or maybe to a block. Left arm sweeps up and overhead. And keep squeezing and pressing the hips forward, lengthening through the torso with each breath. You can take the same engagement in the body as we did in our extended side angle, which would be the right arm reaching forward and the left arm sweeping overhead. Press the feet down into the mat, hold it here, breathe in. Exhale. Take 2 more breaths. Bending into the right knee, both hands come down to the inside of your right foot. Lowering the left knee to the mat, and we're dropping onto the blade edge of the right. So we're going to take a little twist here in lizard this time. Pressing into the left hand, right hand comes to the inner thigh, roll the shoulders back, opening your heart towards the sky. If you'd like to add that quadricep stretch here, we're rolling off the knee onto the top of the thigh as we bend the left knee towards the back, and then maybe reaching the right hand over and squeezing the shoulders back. So this bind or the drawing in of the left foot also contributes to the opening of the heart, the deepening and lowering of the hips. And if you're taking that bind, that quadricep stretch, let's release the left foot. Hands come down, back to the inside of the right leg. We're going to start to walk the hands around the left side of the mat, swiveling the legs into Skandasana. So with side lunge, the right knee and toes tracking out the same direction. The left foot either grounding or maybe you prefer to turn the toes up. Hands can stay grounded or palms can come towards the heart. Now see if you can keep the hips at the same depth they're currently in. We'll take our Skandasana through to the left leg. Nice and low, ground the foot, come through center, Skandasana. And then take your hands to the back of the mat, swivel the feet. And extend the left leg high to the sky, breathing in. And then bring it straight back under the body for your tiger curl through to the chest or forehead. Hold as you press the floor away. Left foot steps down between the hands. High lunge, arm sweep to the sky. Arrowhead, exhale. Right arm sweeps forward, breath in. Maybe you have the twist, exhale. Inhale the transition warrior two, windmill through the arms. Exhale, deepening into warrior. Flip and reverse the warrior. To extended side angle, left forearm to the thigh, right arm sweeps up and overhead. From extended side angle, the option to engage through the body by reaching the left arm out in front of the body. Keeping the legs engaged, the glutes engaged. And Vasisthasana, side plank. The right hand comes down to the mat. Your option is whether you take your supported or we take both feet back and stack. And you might like to float the left leg high to the sky. Perhaps a wild things, you bend the left knee, ground the foot, drive the hips up, squeeze your shoulders back, reaching overhead. So we're back to three-legged dog. Both hands come to the mat, left leg high to the sky. Left foot steps through between the hands. Back foot 90 degrees to the back of the mat. Warrior 2, right arm sweeps forward, up and open. From Warrior 2, we straighten through legs. Squeeze the glutes, twist the feet down into the earth. Start to reach the left hand forward. Trikonasana, left hand lowers, right arm sweeps to the sky. You'd like to add a little bit more to your Trikonasana, then it's the left hand reaching forward, and the right arm floats overhead. Bending into the left knees, both hands come down to the inside of your left foot. Lower the right knee to the mat. We'll take our twist and lizard lunge, grounding through the right hand. Left hand to the inner thigh, shifting onto the outside edge of your left foot as you rotate your heart. You might prefer to stay here, or we're rolling off the kneecap onto the top of the right thigh as you draw the foot in towards the hips, or reach back to take hold of the foot. Release the bind. Both hands ground, Skandasana. So we're starting with that bend into the left knee. So adjust your toes and your knee to point the same direction as the hands. Just walk around to the long edge of the mat. Drop it over. Right foot can stay grounded, or the right toes can lift. Hips stay nice and low as we shift through center, Skandasana into your front leg. We'll walk the hands around to the front of the mat. We're going to step both feet up to the front of the mat, taking a halfway lift. And folding forward, exhale. Rise to standing, roll through vertebrae, arms sweeping overhead, palms pressed. Prayer lowers the heart. Shift your weight over into the right foot, very similar to the activation that we explored at the beginning of the class. The toes spreading and grounding down into the mat. Left knee then draws up and towards the chest. Left knee opens towards the side of the room. So at the moment we're just using muscle activation to hold it in position, and then we're moving into Vrksasana tree pose. So you may like to bring your foot to either the ankle, the calf, or to the inner thigh. Wherever you bring the sole of the foot, it's either above or below the knee, so we can actually press the foot into the muscle of the standing leg, because then that muscle drives back into the sole of the foot. The palms return to the heart. Lengthen through the body as you drive through your right foot, maybe just seeing how the alignment through the hips and the core come into play here. You might shift the hips just a little further forward as your shoulders roll back. Beautiful stillness and strength for tree. Palms can stay together at the heart, or we can open the arms wide and sweep the arms up and overhead. Holding here at center, we'll begin to rotate the heart over the left knee. You might even like to add a little deeper twist here by bringing the left hand to the outside, so the right hand to the outside of your left leg and the left hand to the back of the hips. So you can twist the tree to face all the way back. If you've taken the twisted tree, release the gaze back to the front of the room. Allow the body to unravel. Palms come back together at the heart. I'm going to sweep the left leg forward and take it into Virabhadrasana tree, floating forward, hinging from the hips. Palms can stay pressed together at the heart, or we can reach the arms forward and out in front of the body. Hold for an inhale. Arrowhead arms reaching back, exhale. Sweeping arms forward as you breathe in. And then folding forward, both feet grounding to the earth, dropping over legs. In this forward fold, you might prefer to press the hands into the floor, or if you'd like to take the trigger grip bind, weaving your index and middle finger around the big toe of each foot, beginning to flare the elbows to the side of the room as you drop forward. If you're taking your trigger grip bind, releasing the fingers and rolling up through each vertebrae as your eyes standing, sweeping your arms up and overhead. Palms press and parallels to heart. Take a moment to connect through the sole of the left foot, pressing down deep into the earth. From here, right knee sweeps up towards the chest. Give it a squeeze. Open to the side of the room. So this little action of lifting engages the hip flexors, the opening engages the glutes. And we'll keep those muscles switched on as you choose either the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh for your Vinyasa. Set your drishti, moving into that balanced stillness. Palms can stay pressing together at the heart, or you can sweep them wide. They can reach overhead. You might even like to take your twisted tree, turning the heart over the right knee. If you'd like to take that twist a little deeper, left hand comes to the top of the right leg. The right hand rests on the back of the hips. Taking the twist or release, return to the front of the room, open the arms wide, palms press together, Virabhadrasana 3, right leg sweeps forward, and then floating back as you hinge forward. To reach your arms out in front of the body. Arrowhead, arms reach towards the back of the room. Hands sweep forward, both feet return to the earth, folding forward straight legs. Hands grounds, trigger gripping the big toe, or if you'd like to work the hands under the feet, toes coming up all the way to the creases of the wrists, driving the weight forward even through the feet, all the way through the backs of the hands. Elbows drawing to side of room as you drop forward. Releasing the hands, taking a half lift, walking the feet all the way back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, knees lower to the mat, toes stay tucked. Ustrasana, camel pose, hands coming back to a high kneeling. So if you prefer to do your heart opening postures from a reclined position, you can come over into your bridge. Otherwise, in our Ustrasana, the hands come onto the back of the hips, the shoulders roll open, you lengthen through the body on the inhale, and then drive the hips forward, belly button in, shoulders back. And keep exploring the length of the body with each inhale, and we exhale to maybe deepen into your heart opening, maintaining core activation with navel drawing to spine. Come all the way back up to the center. We'll create fists with the hands, bring the knuckles to the mat. You're going to roll from the index finger all the way back to your little finger. In the second round of camel, perhaps flattening the tops of the feet this time, bringing your way all the way back up to a kneeling position. Hands start on the hips, shoulders roll, lengthen, and then hips forward, belly button in, shoulders back, lifting the heart. If you have the space on your second round to take one hand at a time back onto the heels, slowly begin to move back, supporting yourself the whole way through that transition. Otherwise, hands can stay on the backs of the hips. The hands are on the heels, one at a time returns to the hips. And all together we kick our tops of feet into the floor. Bring yourself all the way back up to the center. Now from here we can bring the knuckles back down onto the mat and roll from the index to little finger. Or if you'd like to move a little bit deeper into that wrist opening, we'll bring it back to the hand to the floor, fingernails pressed down, and then straightening up through your arms. You can also take a little rock backwards and forwards. Sit back onto the heels just to give the wrist a little shake. And then rounding forward over the legs, arms reaching back in line with the feet, folding forward. Arms sweep towards the front of the mat. Fingers ground, even weight through the hands as you lift the hips, and tuck your toes, pressing back into downward facing dog. Let's send the right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, heel draws to the glutes, hips begin to open, shoulders stay squared. And then half pigeon, right knee draws under the body to the back of the right wrist. Shin working its way across the mat. Hips lower back. Always the option to take this posture on your back as well by crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. You can stay upright, or if you like to bow forward, start to lower down. Depending on the type of energy you like to bring to your class, you can either remain folding forward and restful in your half pigeon, or we can bring that energy up a little bit with our mermaid. So with mermaid, you start to walk the hands back into an upright position. Basically, the legs with mermaid is very similar to that bound quadriceps stretch in lizard, only now we have the shin across the mat. Squeeze the glutes to square the hips forward. Use the hands to begin as we bend the left knee and draw it in towards the back of the body. From here, right hand grounds and the left arm reaches back for the left foot. You can start to maybe slide the foot all the way across the forearm, maybe weaving the toes into the crease of the elbow. At this point, swivel the chest towards the front of the room, engage through the legs and hips. You can reach the right arm forward, maybe up and overhead. Binding through the fingers, open through the heart, connected to earth. Wherever you are for 2 more breaths. If you're in mermaid, we'll release the hands, we'll release the left leg. We'll drop down onto the right hip. And we'll sweep the legs around for Vinyasa. Sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. this into a prone chest stretch. As we release from our forward fold, hands press into the mat. We'll sweep the legs around the left side of the mat, lowering into your abdomen. Reaching the left arm out, so elbows in line with the shoulder. Let's cactus the arms for this stretch this morning. Bringing left ear to the floor, and then rolling yourself over onto your left side. We'll come back through center. We'll take the right arm out to the side, elbows in line with the right shoulder, cactus position. Left hand assists you to roll over onto your right side. Returning to center. Both hands on the shoulders, legs together, and press all the way back into child's pose. And then lifting into your downward facing dog. And here, left leg high to the sky. Shoulders stay squared as you bend the left knee, opening up the hips. We'll take a half pigeon, second side, left knee travels under the body, chin across the mat. Squaring up through the hips, roll through the shoulders. So we can do this reclined, you can stay upright, or you can begin to bow forward. Either remaining bowing forward or into your mermaid. As we come up to an upright position, we engage through the hips. Keep the hands grounded as you bend the right knee. From here, the right arm swoops back, takes hold of the inside arch of the foot. And you start to weave and slide the foot all the way up until the toes come into the crease of the elbow. From here, square the chest forward. Left arm sweeps overhead. Maybe the arms bind. We'll hold here for 6 breaths. And if you're in your mermaid, the arms release, the foot releases. We'll all bring the hands down to the floor. Drop over onto the left hip this time. Sweep the right leg around to the front of the mat. Reach arms and fold them forward. As we release from the forward fold all the way up to a seated position, I'm going to take the left leg, step it over the top of the right, foot grounds to the mat. So right leg can stay extended, or we can bend it back until the heel draws to the outside of the sit bones. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half lord of the fish. A gentle twist would be to twist towards the right. A deeper twist would be to twist towards the left. Whichever way you're twisting, that's the hand that grounds behind the sit bones. As we lengthen through the spine, inhale, and then begin your twist on your exhale. Breath in, and exhale. If you'll twist to your right side, you can just hang out there. We'll all meet on the right. So if you're on the left, release the gaze, release the body. Hands round to the right side of the mat. Arms stay lengthened as you bow your chin to chest. And then continuing to walk the hands around the right side of the mat, swiveling on the feet. We'll twist the legs around into your Ardha Matsyendrasana or half Lord of the Fish on the second side. So this time we'll have the right leg over the top and the left underneath. So again, a gentle twist would be to the left, a deeper twist would be to the right. Start by grounding the hand of the arm that you're twisting to, or the side that you're twisting to. Reach and lengthen, and then twist. If you're twisting to the left, hanging out there. If you're twist to the right, release the gaze, and then allow the body counter twist over towards the left side. And from here, making your way into a comfortable cross-leg position. And take 4 rounds of natural breath. Into your Nadi Shodhana. Index and middle finger of the right hand come to rest between your brow. Thumbs on the right nostril, the ringing pinky are on the left. At any point you feel your right shoulder get a little bit sore and heavy, the left hand can always come underneath the elbow to offer that added support. Take an inhale through both nostrils. And an exhale through both. And then from here, let's block the right and inhale through the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Block the left, exhale through your right for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through your right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Block the right, exhale left for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option for breath retention. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Block the left and we can hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Block right and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last round. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands release. Hands resting on your knees or in your lap. Have a little 3-minute seated meditation. If you prefer to take those 3 minutes reclined, you can gently make your way back into your Shavasana. It's nice in the moments of silence at the end of class. When our awareness begins to expand, you might start to notice or take in the sounds of around you, of nature, of earth going about its day. The birds chirping, the wind gently rustling the leaves. You're taking a Shavasana, or gently make your way back up to a seated position. And once we're all seated, lengthen through the spine, we'll roll the shoulders back, sweep the arms open wide, overhead until the palms press. Prayer lowers to heart. Heart lifts to prayer. Bowing forward, we say to ourselves and each other, Namaste.